Married at First Sight, Season 20, Episode 9, Time to Confess. The couples are in group session, and in my opinion, they are picking on poor sweet Adam. Okay, Paul has a boner for Adam. Okay, I'm just go ahead and say it. Because, first of all, I was shocked Paul was married to a woman. Okay. But hey, cousins, happy Monday. If you're new here, my name is Janice. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out, hype this video up, leave a comment, even if it's, hey, cousin, and I'll be right on it. So it begins with Mecca and Beljalie, and she's going to work with him. I couldn't do it. This is why I don't do blue-collar dirty jobs. I do not do men that do dirty jobs. Thank you. I appreciate it, but I would never date or marry you. She had to clean the dog poop and suck it out, and ooh, child, I could never. God bless her. But she is so into him that whatever he does, it don't matter. She loves him and she loves it. Okay. But God bless her, and God bless the people who clean the poop. We thank God for the people who clean the poop and the garbage men. When the garbage men pass and I'm on the porch, I throw them kisses, okay? When I'm drive passing them and they move the truck so I could pass, I blow them kisses, but that's it. I could never date or marry one, okay? So then we see Mecca in his voiceover talking to one of the producers, and they asked if he has serious feelings for Mecca, and he said, what you say? What you mean serious? I mean serious means like I'm in love. That's scary. Shout out to the cousin. Let me give you a shout out who said it's not that Mecca is a same-sex lover. She thinks Mecca is the wrong color. Hold on. Shout out to In Her Sacred Place. I love that. Ooh, yes. In Her Sacred Place, girl, you should write a book. She says, I don't think that Mecca is gay. I think that Beljalie is the wrong shade. I think so too. I think both. I think so too. Give you a shout. Out. I think he's both. Mm-hmm. It's and I guarantee you he's gonna start to treat Beljalie worse because they've slept together. That's what the producers, now that you guys have slept together, you'll have more serious. I think he's gonna start treating her worse. Because that's what happened with Merla and the Dusty. Gil the Dusty, soon as she slept with him, the next morning, he wouldn't even make her shake, but all the other mornings he was making it for her. But soon as she spread them legs, he was like, make it yourself. That's gonna be Mecca, okay? So they go over to meet the grandmama, and the grandmama love him, and the grandma's talking about we the only black-owned dog poop pullers thingy, and we want to leave it to one of her children, and you would have to be my space. And Beljalie was like, oh yeah, sure. Poor thing. Such a pretty girl. Beljalie, you need to go travel, girl. You need to travel because you will see there's a whole lot more better out there than Mecca. Once you see the world or start traveling and meeting other people, you're going to slap yourself for how you were with Mecca. So we go over to Adam and Marissa, and they're having breakfast, and I love that little session they had at the table. Banter, he's eating. He's talking about his dressing. She said, I love that you dress out loud, and he's leaving the tag on it. He said he would love to meet the legend that wore the shirt, and him leaving the tag on it gives it a thrift store vibe. Now, a lot of broke dumb people in not over here at the cousins, okay, but on Facebook and other places are asking if he's so rich, why he got a lot of money? Why is he shopping at thrift store? That tell me you're broke without telling me you're not broke. Tell me you're financially illiterate without telling me you're not financially illiterate. And to one person I said, I suggest you read the book The Millionaire Next Door. That's why they're millionaire next door, because they shop at thrift stores. Okay? They drive the same car for 50, 11 years. They shop clearance. They live in the same house. But you, with your broke self, wearing red bottoms, $10,000 shoes, live in the ghetto, in the hood, have no money to bury yourself. If you die, your mama and your grandmama got to fry fish and do a GoFundMe. So yeah, people who have money shop at thrift stores. For years, I didn't buy clothes for little Michael because I bought it from other moms. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about I need to hit a mama because she buy the real name brand expensive stuff. You know, the only thing that saved me is little Michael goes to private school and he has to wear uniforms. So the only time little Michael wear regular clothes is like in the summer and on the weekends. But other than that, my son wears private. He wears uniform. So money or not, people who have, that's why they have money. They go to the thrift stores and they buy all that very nice, expensive stuff. When I used to really, really dress for work, I used to go up into the white neighborhood in Livingston and Cedar Grove, and they have the consignment stores. Okay. And that's where I would go ever so often and just pick a couple of stuff off the rack that was on sale. And me personally, I don't even wear, what is it, quick fashion? I don't wear it. It just, for me, my body and my taste, quick fashion, you know, the stretchy material y'all be wearing, I can't wear that. I have to wear nice things like Marshalls, Macy's, Daffy's. Remember Daffy's? Oh, Daffy's. Dress Barn. A lot of young women wouldn't buy their clothes from Dress Barn because, you know, they're too modest for y'all. I'm not talking to my cousin. I'm not talking about cousin. But a lot of my gorgeous, beautiful dresses I got at Dress Barn clearance, $20 and $15. So Adam going to the thrift store, buying his shirt at the thrift store doesn't mean he's broke. And I have a question about Adam. Are you guys telling me that Adam just came out of the blue with this new persona? He's just dressing like this for the show because he later explained, you know, he's more of a jokey type of guy. And I'll talk about that later. He also said he plans to retire at 40. No, we're going to follow Adam. I'm definitely going to follow him to see if he retire at 40. I guarantee y'all, not my cousin, the people picking on him shopping at the trash show with your broke self, you won't be retired until you're 80. You can't afford to. You do not have the financial literacy to retire early. But I digress because I have to go. Okay? So he talks about how he's in therapy. How many of y'all are in therapy? At least Adam is in therapy. And that she asked to help, and she said, yeah, they helped me to break up with 3 of my girlfriends. This is why therapy is important. So she asked, are you going to be serious in therapy? He said, yeah, I'll be super serious. And just Adam sitting there looking at her and talking to her, he's even growing more and more on me. I don't think Adam is a good looking guy. To me, he's not handsome. I think he needs to get a shave, a haircut, but he's decent looking for me. I just love a man who knows what he wants. I don't mind the joking as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do and you know what you want, okay? So they get to the group session. We see Nikki and Sean coming in all hugged up. Adam and Marissa with his shirt open. Felipe and Torre. Then we see Courtney and Nick, and she's hanging on to him for dear life, sitting on the couch, having her hand between his thighs. We see Beljalie and Mecca. Cameron and Michelle and Caitlin and Devin talk about the best for last. Okay. Paul says, I love what Paul says here, though. I wrote it down because I was like, ooh, that's powerful. Love it. He said, this is a truth-telling session. We're going to call things out. He says he sees a lot of couples, and he's talking about Adam. Okay, Paul, you have a boner for Adam. In avoidance, denial, and fear. And there are things you may not have talked about it yet. And one of the quick ways to destroy a relationship is not talking about things, and only asks that you be courageous and speak your truth. I absolutely love that, because that's a part of dating is for data, is talking things out and talking things through and gathering the data. So, to my favorite niece. Did you see I changed my color yesterday? I did the blue for little Michael. Okay. Lexi and I went to get our manicure, pedicure. Okay, Lexi got French tips because it's her birthday on Wednesday. My favorite niece, you know who you are. She'll text me. She texts me almost every day. I did the blue for little Michael. He wanted me to do black. I was like, no black. Oh, he said blue. Okay. So I did the blue for little Michael. My favorite niece. Okay. She watches me every day. She never misses any of my videos. She knows she is. Put it in the chat, niece. I'm Auntie Jenny's favorite niece. Not biological niece, okay? YouTube niece, okay? I love that, because that's a part of dating is for dating. You have to talk things through, because in talking, you'll learn things and figure things out. Of course, Paul, who has a boner for Adam, is going to be like, let's begin with Adam and your attire. He was like, you came in here with your shirt open. He said, yeah, now button it up. Okay, he buttoned up his shirt. Why are you picking on him? What's wrong with his clothes? Are you telling me Adam has just gone out and got all these clothes for attention purposes? This is why we needed Dr. Pepper to go in the closet to check. Because if we had looked in Adam's closet, we would have seen that this is who Adam is. I'm just asking, do y'all think he just went to the thrift store and got all these out there outfits, or it's just him? I would want to know. I would want to know, Paul, with the boner for Adam. Did you go check his closet? Are these things new in his closet? I need to go on Facebook and see his pictures, or Instagram, which I never really do. You know, I never really check that. But I will be following Adam. I'm going to send him a DM. I'll be like, hey, Adam, how you doing? Why are you picking on his clothes? And he said, you know what? I was serious, but that's not really who I am. I'm more about jokey, having type of fun type of person. I don't see anything with him and his dressing and how he dresses. I absolutely, that outfit he wore to the other. I love that outfit. I would let my husband wear the outfit on vacation. I bought my husband something like that with trees and stuff last year when we went away. I don't see anything wrong with his attire. No, Adam, I do agree you shouldn't have come in button up. Even if you was walking in, you should have started buttoning it up. But with the shirt open, okay, he was hot. But Paul has a boner for him. Talk about you married to a woman. Oh, it's you deflecting. You're not serious. You're deflecting. Your humor and attire. He's a funny person. He likes to joke. Though, there are times there should be no joking. I totally agree with that. So Lisa, who is trying too hard to fit in, says to Marissa, I bet I know more about you and your dad than Adam do. Of course you probably do, because you interviewed her to come on the show. And she said, we did talk, but we didn't go in depth. I just feel like they're picking on Adam. And Marissa's starting to grow on me too with her gap teeth. Adam, this was wrong. So then they asked Adam to share, and he said he was cheated on by 2 girlfriends, and that has affected him, and so on and so forth. And this is why I don't believe in boyfriends and girlfriends. And then I'm going to go. This is why I don't believe in boyfriends and girlfriends, because people should be free to date and get to know people, because maybe you talk to somebody and you figure out you don't like them. I don't like you, so I'm going to move on. So this person move on is, oh, you cheated on me. No. Unless he put an engagement ring on my finger, I don't care. And I've told people this. The day my husband proposed to me, I don't care if he had gotten out of the bed with somebody that morning and then came and proposed to me. Because until he put this ring on my finger, I don't care what he was doing. Until he put it on there. From the moment I don't care if the girl dropped him off at the place he proposed to me. The moment he put this ring on my finger, from that time, what time did you say he was in the bed with you? And I think we should just allow people to date and get to know either people and not be committed, so you're not get all emotionally hurt and bamboozled and, oh my God, he cheated on me. No. And no, he's not even with any of those girls. Or you grow apart like Nikki and her boyfriend. Michelle, with her big mouth, in her, I would say something else, but I'm not going to hurt your little feelings, Michelle, with your fibroids. I ain't going to say nothing. So outside, Cameron said, he felt like Adam opened up and shared, and Michelle was like, really? When? And I'm like, shut your mouth, girl. Take your mouth off people and be concerned about those fibroids. I felt like punching her in her mouth. Why are you minding other people's business when you need to be mind your psycho self texting that boy 25 times? So then Cameron just kind of gave in to him and just her and laugh it off. And I'm like, mind your business. So in Marissa voiceover, Marissa says she likes Cameron and Michelle, that they're doing well, and that she wished Adam was more like Cameron. See, that's not gonna work. Because if you're wishing your husband is going to be like somebody, it's not going to work out. Because you have to love him and accept him for who he is. I love my husband for who he is. There's nobody else in this world. I've never looked at a man in 13 and a half years and say, I wish my husband was like him. Because I waited so long. I prayed so long. I knew exactly what I wanted. Mix and Barack and Corey, Barack Obama, Corey. Well, I didn't get the Morris Chestnut, but okay. So maybe the stuff is going to start hitting the fan with Marissa and Adam. So in the session, Michelle brought up the money, how she was concerned about how much money he make. I would like to know how much they make. And Cameron said, it doesn't make sense because a lot of women make more money than their husband, and they're having problems. Trust me, they're having problems. They're having problems. And she said, I'm okay with what he makes and so on and so forth. I don't know. I think that might be a problem. It's going to be interesting to see, which I usually once the couples are done with the show, I leave them. I don't follow them and all of that. If somebody don't post something in a group, I don't follow them. But I will be following Adam. And I follow Merla because I love Merla. I love Merla and I love Adam. I'll be following him. So she feels as if it's growth. Is it growth, Michelle, or is it like you're 34 and you need to fertilize this egg? But I will say Cameron is a nice guy. He's really nice. He's really mild-tempered. I love that about a man, be nice and mild-tempered. Okay, cousins, I gotta go because I'm late. I gotta go. Tell me what you think so far. I'll finish the rest of it tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. The husband profile begins in September. If you want to take this course, let me know what you think about what I said about in this video. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.